Hello ladies, welcome to another video here on the channel. This is the Joy of Homemaking. Hope you guys are all doing well. And I'm just gonna jump right into this video. It's been a minute since I posted a cooking video, and make sure you guys check out my playlist. I have most of my videos categorized into playlists, so make sure you go to that category because I have like almost 94 or something like that cooking videos from when I first started the channel and beyond. And I just love to cook, and I love to share with people how to cook. I actually taught myself and learned some things from my mother-in-law too as well. My husband is Filipino, and so I've learned how to cook a lot of Filipino dishes throughout the years. And now I'm at a point where I can cook pretty much anything. Like, we love Mexican, we love Chinese, Thai food, Vietnamese, soul food. Like, it does not matter. But I think Mexican is actually our favorite. But anywho, I'm gonna be making some chicken caldereta. It's usually done with beef, but I accidentally discovered this recipe because I was going to do chicken alfretada, which is a little similar. That's another Filipino dish, but I decided to go with this one because I've had it with beef, but I've never tried it with chicken. And so I'm going to show you guys all the ingredients that I'm be using. Make sure you check the description box because I'll leave the link to the recipe for you guys. So yeah, make sure you check that out, and yeah, let's jump right into it. I love this garlic, you guys. This actually, it's a roasted garlic olive oil. It's made with extra virgin olive oil. I love this. It adds a lot of flavor. I'll be using the minced garlic by Delish, the green bell pepper dehydrated, and the red bell pepper dehydrated. I like to use these as shortcuts. You guys can use fresh garlic and bell peppers of your choice. The only thing I want to point out really quickly I won't be using in this recipe is liver spread. That's totally optional. We don't really care for that. Okay, so we're going to be using some organic tomato sauce, of course, salt and pepper, cheese of your choice, and this is 1 pack of Foster Farms chicken thigh meat bone in. I took the skin off and then cut the meat. I got the pan going. I love this pan, by the way. Actually, it's a frying wok I picked up from 99 Ranch Market. And then I chopped up a very large russet potato. You can dice that however you want it. And then I diced a small white onion, or actually it's a brown onion. I'm so used to cooking so many foods, so I kind of change up how I prepare the food versus than what the recipe says, and I put my little twist to it. So feel free to do the same, you know. And so I'm gonna make sure my pot is pretty hot. I keep saying pot, but this is actually a frying wok. I don't have a lid, but I'm gonna improvise. I need to pick up a lid because they have matching lids at the store. I'm going to be using my pizza sheet. It's a pizza pan to cover it. I did that the other day when I cooked in this, and I needed something to cover because you want this dish to simmer and sit. Okay, so there's my oil. You want to move quickly because, you know, olive oil heats up very fast, right? And stand back as much as possible. Once I get all the chicken inside the frying wok, I'm going to salt and pepper it. You can salt and pepper it ahead of time. It's totally up to you. To me, it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, so now I put the salt and pepper on. I'm going to give this a nice mix. And then I'll start adding the onions and the bell peppers and the minced garlic. So I gave the chicken a really good mix, you guys. So I'm going to let this brown up for a few minutes. And then, like I said, I'll be adding the red bell pepper, dehydrated. I just love these dehydrated vegetables. Really convenient. There's the red bell pepper, some minced garlic, and then, did I say the onions? Yeah, I'll be adding the onions. The potatoes, I'll kind of add in a little bit, and I'm going to put everything in here. This dish is so easy because you just put everything in here and just let it simmer. It's a one-pot meal. Okay, so I think the chicken is good enough because I don't want to overcook my chicken. Just gonna brown it really quickly. Yeah, so make sure you're not overcooking it because you don't want the chicken to be dry. So make sure when you cook your chicken, you don't overdo it because you want to slow cook this meal. So be careful with overcooking the chicken in the beginning here. I think this is good enough for me. So I'm just gonna dump the onions. Some minced garlic. I add a lot of garlic because it just gives a lot of flavor. Add how much bell pepper you want. It's really for your taste. And then let's go in with the green. There's a lot of flavor. Okay, so I gave it a good mix, and then I turned my fire all the way to low because, like I said, you don't want to overcook the chicken. And I'm going to put the lid over it and just let it simmer at the end and let these potatoes soften up. It doesn't take long. You know, if you chop your potatoes smaller, they do cook faster. So keep that in mind. So this recipe calls for 1.5 cups of water. So I'll be using this natural spring water from Ralph's. This recipe calls for chicken flavoring, chicken broth actually. I don't buy chicken broth. What I do, I just add the water and then I just use the chicken flavor. And you want to be careful with the chicken flavor. Don't add too much at first. You can always adjust your meal towards the end. This recipe also says to use tomatoes, which I don't have, but tomato sauce is totally fine. It's actually the same thing. This is just a tomato-based dish, as you can tell. It's pretty obvious, right? I only added 1 can, by the way, even though there's 2 here. I just added this one for later on. I like to take out a few at a time and keep one nearby for the next meal. And then let's put the potatoes in there. And I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna bring it, ooh. So once I added the potatoes, okay, I'm gonna give it a good mix, you guys, and then put this dish to a boil. Once it boils, I'll turn it on low and just let it continue to simmer and cook. And one more thing, once the dish is done, I'll add the cheese to melt at the end. This is sharp cheddar. So this is what the dish looks like once it's mixed up. And like I said, I like to take my pizza pan since I don't have a lid, and I put this over and it fits perfectly. And by the way, this is a very nice pizza pan, the Food Network at Kohl's, you guys. It's a really good pan. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the cheese. The dish smells so good, you guys. I will adjust the salt or the chicken flavoring in a little bit, but let me just add the cheese. And I'll give it a good stir to make sure the cheese is all melted. So the dish is almost complete, you guys. I forgot you're supposed to add carrots, so I added 1 can of pre-sliced carrots. Okay, ladies, so the chicken caldereta is done. It smells so delicious. I made 4 cups of jasmine white rice. So I got my plate here, and now I'm just gonna add some caldereta to my plate. I wish you guys can smell this. It smells so good. Okay, so I made myself my plate and the family will be eating shortly. And so that's the end of this video. God bless you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to check out my playlist of cook with me videos and shop with me, cleaning videos, all type of videos on the channel. Thank you for supporting me once again. Bye.